it's Laynie and welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Leave it down below. You know I love hearing from you. So sorry if you hear my heater chugging along in the background. It is brutally cold out there today and I can't handle it. I might be born and raised in the Midwest, but I can't handle it this time of year. I don't do cold. It was way too cold down here, so I'm sorry if that is in the background. But that has nothing to do with today's video. Today's video has everything to do with the best and worst perfume purchases I made in 2024. My daughter is taking a late nap this afternoon. It is now like 5 o'clock. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this time to sit down, and I went through so many different orders I placed throughout the year of 2024. I looked at my Ulta, my Sephora, my Aroma Concepts, my Amazon, my Mercari, my everything to see what I purchased throughout last year. And I was like, yes, this is what I need to talk about. So I am excited. I am looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. If you enjoy fragrance content, beauty content, and a little bit of lifestyle content sprinkled on top, make sure you click that subscribe button, join the fam. You won't regret it. We really do have a wonderful community here. And I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to just go ahead and get started. It took me a hot minute to comb through all of my purchases. And then I also had to use some of my memory, like, okay, think about times you were just like perusing through them all. Did you grab anything here or there? And then I was like, yes, there actually are a couple. So this may not be everything that I bought that I loved or didn't love throughout 2024, but I think it's pretty darn close. I did my due diligence, okay? So I'm gonna start with body sprays, and there's 3 that I purchased in 2024 that I really enjoyed a lot. A random little purchase at my local Bath & Body Works. You know, it happens to the best of us. I'm just perusing, browsing, curious if anything new's come out, and I believe they were having a sale. It might have been like the $5 a bottle sale. Don't quote me on that, but my store had just a little tiny section with this blueberry bundt cake. I really enjoyed this. I can tell you I did not love the strawberry pound cake. I did enjoy the scent of it, but it was just so sweet that it just rubbed me the wrong way. I had it, then I gave it away. I also do enjoy the lemon cake or lemon pound cake, something like that. If you like those, you will probably like this blueberry bundt cake. I really get the cakey part of this. Like, it really smells like a very rich, decadent vanilla cake. And then I feel like it's like a blueberry muffin. How the cake is vanilla, but the blueberries are thrown into the batter. That's what I get from this. It's like the perfect amount of blueberry where you definitely pick it up. It is there. You can smell it. But that cakey vanilla also really is in the forefront of this, and I think it's really pretty. It says harvest blueberries, honey drizzle, and fluffy cake. And I agree with that. It's rich. It's yummy. It is very gourmand. You have to enjoy a foodie scent because this one is really a true gourmand. This one really doesn't go perfumey on me. It really smells like a blueberry muffin or something along those lines. I do enjoy it. It's a fun reach. I purchased this one at the end of the year, and ignore how ugly my cap is. I had a problem with this leaking and it definitely destroyed the cap. I would pick up another one of these. I have not gone through this much like this much leaked out of it, but I've definitely worn this and thoroughly enjoyed it. Let me tell you what it is. Sorry, I got distracted. This is Being Frenchy Moon Milk, one of their most recent launches. This is so good. I wish they would come out with it in the perfume version because I think that would be lovely. I bet the lotion is also very good, but I'm a little full on lotions right now, so I haven't picked one up yet. But I bet they would pair beautifully. This is a chai tea latte in the truest sense. Not just a chai tea, but a chai tea latte. This is very milky. And I believe it's supposed to be more of an oat milk versus a dairy milk. And I get that. It's like frothy and creamy, but not super dense and lactonic like some latte or dairy milk fragrances can go. This definitely isn't going in that spoiled milk or baby formula category. It's like a creamy, frothy, yummy oat milk latte. Honestly, pick up the tea in here. There's a nice earthy, kind of grounded feeling that comes from this because of that tea note. But it is ultra, ultra, ultra spicy because it is a chai tea latte. So you have to enjoy a very spicy fragrance to enjoy this. I feel like as it dries down, the milkiness comes out more and the spices do tame. There's almost like a zesty orange note in there, but she's pretty spice heavy. So I do think you have to enjoy some spice to even give this a whirl because she's spicy, real spicy. Honestly, this time of year, I find this to be absolute perfection because it is so spicy and it's oh so comforting. Like honestly, I think I'm gonna put this on when I'm done filming because this is just spicy, warm, comfy, comforting. It's like a hug in a bottle and just perfection for the cold, dreary days in winter. I really love this. I would pick it up again, and I do hope they come out with more in the line like the actual perfume version. I think that would be really nice. And please do it in a spray, not in the rollerball. Thank you. I actually, in my head, thought I picked this up in 2023, but apparently it was in the start of 2024. I was a little late to the game on this one. This is Sol de Janeiro 59. When they came out with the body butter, I was so like, oh, I'm over it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't need it. Their body butters are overpriced because they are a little steep. Honestly, that's just fact. So I pushed it off. And then one day I went into Sephora and I got to smell the body butter and I fell in love and I had to buy it. Not my favorite body butter formula from them at all. Actually, least favorite, but the smell of the body butter is just decadent. And I became absolutely infatuated with the scent of 59. And I had to pick up the body spray. This is the only jumbo size Sol de Janeiro I own. I'm obsessed with this scent. It is the most creamy, vanillic sandalwood. There is a sugared violet note in here, and for some reason, I really don't pick that up. Often if something has a prominent violet note, I can really read it. This is extremely creamy in the scent bubble. My coworker enjoys wearing this, and I love walking by her when she's wearing it. Truly, to me, this is one of the best smells in my entire collection. There's something about this that is alluring. It's feminine. It's a little sexy, but in a very understated way. Men are very into her, but she's not really aiming for that. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. One of the very last fragrances I picked up in 2024 was Kayali Vanilla 28, and I definitely have to put this in my best purchases of 2024. This is something that I have had on my wish list for quite a while. It's also a fragrance I've rode a roller coaster with. I smelled this at Sephora a long time ago, and I was not impressed at all. I didn't understand the hype. I was like, sure, it's nice. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not obsessed. And that was because it had to be a brand new batch. The juice in the bottle was very, very, very light brown, basically tan. And then another time I'm strolling through Sephora, I'm sniffing around, and they had a bottle of Vanilla 28 that looked just like mine here with an ultra dark juice. Decided to give her a sniff again and was like, oh my gosh, I love this. I was like, has my nose changed? What's going on? And then I remembered the juice difference in the color, and I was like, that's what it is. There's something about this fragrance, it has to sit to really get good. When I opened up my bottle that I got at the end of the year, I was literally so excited that mine was a dark, dark, dark juice. I started jumping up and down and told my husband I hit the jackpot, I got a good one. This is very, very brown sugar heavy. This is brown sugar and a very boozy note to my nose. I feel like I get just the right amount of florals in there to make this a bit more grown. To my nose, this isn't really playful, but she works so well with others that you can kind of add her to any other fragrance that you want to zhuzh her up a bit, add a little more vanilla, a little more sweetness, a little more sex appeal, and this one definitely does the job. While we were on vacation this summer, Victoria's Secret was having their yearly fragrance sale. I wasn't intending on purchasing this. I was just walking through the mall, saw the signs for the fragrance sale, and you know I had to go smell around. I had smelled this before and I had really enjoyed it. I think it was about half off, so I decided to pick her up. This is Victoria's Secret Bear, and this one, I knew I enjoyed it every time I smelled it, but honestly, as I wore it a few times over 2024, I really fell in love with this fragrance. I think they did an outstanding job. Even at full price, it would have been worth it to me. And it's a simple breakdown. It has sandalwood, violet, and mandarin orange. This to me is like a perfect fragrance to have in a collection. I feel like this fragrance works for all occasions, day or night, dressy, casual. It's an easy reach. If you work in an office, this would be perfect. It's not going to be overpowering. It's not going to knock people out. You're going to smell put together, clean, happy, friendly, feminine. But there's also something ultra classy in this fragrance, and I don't know exactly what it is, but it honestly smells like I've got money, I am put together, and again, it is all season, all occasion. It's really just a well-rounded fragrance, easy reach, and I feel like everybody needs a staple like that in their collection. If I didn't have a giant collection, I honestly feel like something like this would be my signature scent. Another fragrance that I would put in a very similar category to Bare is Fineries Without a Trace, and this is so affordable. It's from Target, easy to find, easy to purchase, but oh my gosh, is this a stunning fragrance. Again, simple breakdown. Musk, suede, neroli, and cedarwood. This is the same neroli I feel like that's in Love Don't Be Shy, but take away all that in your face sweetness. This is a very tamed, very, very classy, elegant, elevated neroli. I believe this is supposed to smell like Missing Person by Fleur. I've smelled that one, but it never sticks out in my memory, so I don't want to say sure they smell the same. But I have smelled this one and I'm obsessed with it. If you enjoy a very modern, effortless, your skin but better, still very classy, and a little unisex, then you're gonna love Without a Trace. Honestly, this would smell great on a man or a woman. It is just perfectly down the middle unisex, and that's coming from someone who really enjoys their feminine leaning fragrances, but I totally feel comfortable wearing this. I had a bunch of points to spare at Ulta and a coupon, and I was like, what is on my wish list that I could pick up at Ulta to use all of the above? And I decided to pick up Nest Golden Nectar. And this has really become a strong love in my collection. It's one that when I first picked it up, I was kind of like, I'm just not sure. There is something extremely old school makeup-y about this, and I honestly love it. There is no violet listed in this, but I feel like I get violet. Very captivating and charming. This is very, very date night worthy in my opinion. And honestly, out of like all my bottles, there's a few that the scent matches so well, and this is literally perfect. This kind of milky, creamy, golden floral with the black background, the gold writing and details. That is this fragrance. If you want to be on the more sexy side of things, I would wear this to the office. It wouldn't bother me, but I do get more of a date night vibe from this one. Not gonna lie, one I basically bought for the bottle. This is Miami Nectar by Ellis Brooklyn. First of all, I really am a big Ellis Brooklyn fan. I have quite a few of their fragrances in my collection. When I first heard this was coming out, I was pretty interested solely for the bottle. I was a little on the fence because it is a pineapple fragrance, and I was like, do I need that? I just feel like it's kind of one-dimensional. It's a little too summery, and then I got my nose on it. This is a pineapple coconut fragrance. I don't want to make you think it's not. It is. The opening is very, very tropical, kind of in the typical summery tropical sense. It doesn't go sunscreeny, but it is in your face tropical. But there is something in the dry down that I think is really special compared to other tropical fragrances I have smelled. There is vanilla, driftwood, amberwood, and I feel like it is that amberwood and vanilla combination that really makes this pretty. This is honestly fairly unisex. I think this would smell really good on a man, and I think it's something to do with the amberwood and the driftwood coming together. This honestly plays so well in the summertime because in the opening it is so bright, summery, sunshine in a bottle with that juicy, juicy pineapple. But the base, honestly, to me, could be all year. And then on top of it, it is also a love because I actually picked this up while in Miami on vacation, which makes it extra special to my memory. Not only do I enjoy the fragrance, but I also get that scent memory of purchasing it in actual Miami, which I think is super fun because it's called Miami Nectar. One that I debated about bringing up because I love it so much, but it is discontinued for now. I really hope they bring it back. Huda Beauty's Easy Bake perfume. I get why she ran with the idea of Easy Bake. This is based off the scent in her setting powder, and the comparison is real, but I honestly feel like they could have zhuzhed this up with some fancy name and fancy bottle and like slapped a very major price tag on it because it's honestly incredible. Literally, this one is another one that would make a beautiful signature scent if you are ultra feminine, ultra girly, and want to be ultra approachable and yummy. I get a lot of the pear, the soft, beautiful florals in here. It's sugary sweet, but I also get that vanilla in the base, and the Dreamwood note is super interesting. And then there's also this yummy coconut in there, but not in the tropical sense or sunscreen sense, in the very just grounding all those sweet notes, blending everything together. To me, it's almost like a mixing medium, just making this very smooth formulation of fragrance. The amount of powder in here is just done to perfection. It's beautiful. This is an ultra girly, ultra feminine fragrance, and I love it for that. I use her sparingly because I don't want to run out in case they don't bring it back, but like I really hope they bring it back because this is just too good. And that is Easy Bake by Huda Beauty. What did you reach for? What did you love last year? Leave it down below. I love hearing from you guys, and I know others love hearing from you in the comments. Let's get a conversation going. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah! Bye-bye.